What up, athletes? Welcome back to my channel. We're here in Georgetown, Guyana at the golden hour. We're at Brick Dam and Manjit Place. Brick Dam and Manjit Place. We're walking over towards the high courts, but in that direction, particularly to see the progress on City Hall, because it's a long time since I brought you an update on the renovation of City Hall. This is the old office building that housed lawyers, one Federation building, Federation Life building. I think it's time for this building to be demolished. I think it's been empty for a while, waiting to see what happens to it, because I don't know who owns the building, but it once was the major site for law offices. But over here, this is the courts, the Georgetown Magistrates Court, High Court, Supreme Court. And the reason why this is interesting, we're going to get to that in a second. This is the new 7-story office tower that was being constructed, I think last year. I think they're finally completed. Haven't done a look at this, another review of this building since this is the last time we were here. But I think it's now open for business. It's 7 stories. It's now one of the tallest completed buildings in downtown Georgetown, and it's in this judicial district across from the High Court. One of the reasons why I brought you here to talk about this High Court is that we are now in the middle of election season, and one of the major events that is happening right now is that the government of Guyana is preparing for elections, and the whole country is being entertained, although that might not be the correct word for it, entertained by typical political shenanigans at election season. Straight ahead, that is the Stabroek Market. So what is happening this election season? What is the entertainment? What is the what is the political? Here we are again. This is the new 7-story building. It's the newest building in the downtown Georgetown area. Stabroek Market ahead, and beyond Stabroek Market is the Demra River. You can see the cranes. There's some construction going on behind the Stabroek Market. We're going to get to that in future. And what we're here to do today is look at this building, right, the tower of the, was it the minarets on the City Hall building. You want to see what has happened to City Hall since renovations began. So, but here we are at the High Court, and what is happening, the intrigue that is happening this year is that one of the wealthiest Guyanese and from the wealthiest families, the Mohammeds, the young man, Asruddin Mohammed, has just announced his intention to campaign for president of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, and the government has quickly indicted him on fraud charges, so that he had to appear in court today. They had him parading in handcuffs. So what is intriguing is that this follows an old pattern where the opposition, the ruling party, seeks to imprison opposition, any opposition leaders, and this time It is a young man named Azruddin Mohammed, and that's taking up all of the country's attention at this time because the young Mohammed was in fact a member of the ruling party, the ruling PDP party, was a strong supporter, donated lots of money to the PDP, and somehow they had a falling out because his business, him and his family's business, were accused of money laundering and were sanctioned by the US government. And that caused the ruling party to distance themselves from Mohammed, the Mohammeds, but the Mohammeds decided that they're going to take matters into their own hands and they're going to run for president. And that has caused a backlash because the Mohammeds, one of the richest families in Guyana, had imported expensive luxury vehicles, a Lamborghini and a Ferrari and several other very expensive vehicles, but were exempted from taxes by the same government. And now the government is demanding $900 million from the Mohammeds for a, what is it, a Lamborghini? Don't know which version of it. It's not a Aventador SV, or is it a Spider, Lamborghini Spider? And that's caused them to take him into custody. But we're going to follow that in the next video or in future videos. For now, we want to see what is happening here at City Hall. This is the new City Hall building, or the old City Hall building that's been under renovation for quite some time, several years since the pandemic. And now they seem to have made some progress because a lot of the scaffolding has been taken down. Here we are on Avenue of the Republic, downtown Georgetown, approaching, what is this, Regent Street and Avenue of the Republic. That's the Bank of Baroda, and so on. So what we want to do is to take a look at this. This is what City Hall looks like today on 28th day of May 2025. Now, the last time we were here, I think it must have been at least a year ago, and they had this green construction fabric all around the building. But now it seems as if they've made enough progress to remove the construction fabric, but the windows still have not been installed. It seems as if a lot of the carpentry to rebuild the old colonial architecture has been progressing, but they seem to have not yet finished the windows. Right, they've not yet finished installing the windows, reinstalling the windows. A lot of those are called jalousies. The jalousies are wooden windows. Those have been rebuilt, and I suppose they're going to rebuild the old style windows that were once all around the building. But this is the current state of the City Hall, right? The City Hall building. This is what it looked like in the old days, and now it's being rebuilt in its former image, to its former glory, and we're still waiting. There is significant progress. If you look at the last time I posted a video about this building, it was certainly not in this state, but it still hasn't been completed. But they've made some significant progress in refurbishing City Hall. It's beginning to look a lot more like its former self. This is the city police compound. They're also located here in City Hall. So the building is, I would say, maybe 50% renovated. This is what it looks like at the end of May 2025. That's it, guys. That's what's happening in this neck of the woods. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing country in the world. And then tell me when you think City Hall will be renovated, when they'll complete the renovation of City Hall here in Georgetown. But that's what it looks like now. They still need to add windows to the building, but progress is being made. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing country in the world, Guyana. Later!